Hello everyone and welcome to episode 126 of Two Left Thumbs, a weekly gaming podcast with absolutely no backup plan. I am your host, Puppiez, and joining me today, saving everyone from me rambling to myself again this week, is the combat wombat himself. It's Mai Keth. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good.
Sick. I'm never gonna get over this face freak gig you've got, man. It's absolutely amazing. I know this is a great start for those audio listeners, but for those who don't know, Mai Keth, he has like this animated wombat, and it's the fucking coolest shit. So you should definitely check out a YouTube channel to check out that crispy content.
Yeah.
Starting off with a plug, we're away. Yeah, how are you, man? What have you been up to?
Oh, how am I? In Sydney now, so that's always fun right now with everything going on. But other than that, just working from home is great these days. You know, I don't have to wear pants. Like, best thing about a rig like this is I don't even have to wear pants when I'm streaming.
This is good. You can stream completely naked and get away with it.
And I'm not breaking TOS.
Yes, that is sick. Have you got a bath? Have you got a hot tub scene yet, though?
Do you want me to put it on?
You know what? I want to see it. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Give me a second. Where is it? There we go. That down there. Crease it a little. Move it down there. And flip that underneath. Move me up a bit and look! Hot tub!
Hey, nice.
I got a hot tub. You like it?
Yeah. Hang on, wait. I just gotta. There we go. I had to move you up a little bit in the video because of the way my box cut up the hot tub entirely.
Well, and it's perfect out at the billabong. You know, I just walk out, grab some water from the billabong, shove it on the fire, and there I am. Hot tub ready to go.
Hot tub ready to go. Fucking brilliant. You get some smoke particles going behind you, and you'll be set.
Exactly. Smoke particles. Yeah.
Yeah. Smoke particles.
Yeah. Smoke part. Yeah.
Oh shit. So for those playing at home, going, what the fuck are these two on about? Who are you and what do you do, man?
So I am Mai Keth. The Combat Wombat. I've been a gamer for a long time. I'm an old fart. Played Halo, Xbox, all before that, Warcraft, all that kind of thing. And interesting enough, the main reason I actually have the facial rig is I work in online digital advertising, and I often have people like Twitch come to talk to me about using them for advertising. And I like to try and keep my fun separate to my professional life. So that's actually the main reason for the rig.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. How long have you've been running the rig since day one, since you started, yeah?
No, I didn't have a rig at all. I was no cam. I've always mainly been no cam. So I started on Xbox. So I started streaming back in probably, oh God, when was it? Probably about 2016, when Mixer was still Beam. So I started on actual Beam.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
So that's where I started. I was starting through, streamed through the Xbox, which didn't have the possibility of cam back then anyway. But I've never had the interest to be a cam person because I do like to keep the online world and the fun I have separate from the professional world I deal with. So the Combat Wombat was a joke kind of thing, and I just enjoyed the idea of this kind of character. And a good friend of mine, very talented, who actually did the original drawings for the Combat Wombat, I said, "Look, I've got this thing I want to try. You up for a little bit of extra work?" And she went, "Yeah, okay." And so I got her to do all this. I rigged it all up and then got everything else running, and it's been there. So I think I'm not even sure maybe it's been a year now. It's been a year because I was doing this on Mixer, so probably about a year and a half I've had the rig.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, because I remember Mixer I think it's a year today since Mixer shut down.
Yeah, year today.
Sad times.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I got.
I missed the mixer days.
But I met you through there, so that's not such a bad thing. So I'm good with
exactly.
it.
And when it shut down, I'm sure you went, oh, thank God I'm getting rid of that guy. And I found you on Twitch as well.
Yeah, I know. Fucking, here I am. Thought I fucking escaped him. This fucking wombat pops out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Hey, Pops, how you doing?
I follow people around like a bad smell, like the smoke particles behind me.
Oh shit. So let's talk about your gaming stuff. Let's go right back to like little Mai Keth in a pouch, I guess.
Oh wow! So it's not even a couch. This is going to really say how old I am.
Oh,
the first game I ever played is a game called Lode Runner, and
never heard of it.
And you probably heard. I remember the game as Digger, but you probably heard of it as Dig Dug, which was back in the 86 days. So my dad was always in computing, so I've always had a computer. I still remember how to do DOS. Like I still remember use it enough at work, which is funny. And so these things were this massive computer thing with a screen that was just orange and black, and no shit was about a 10x10 screen on the actual desktop. Tower was actually sort of the flat ones back then that I used to play this Lode Runner game on. And Dig Dug, and then we got the first of the sort of just straight green and black monitors to be able to play on them, and then it just went from there and just.
They're the ones I remember as the green and black ones. I think it was the first one I played. It was like Moon Buggy or something I played. It was just like
I remember that
Moon Buggy. Yeah, I
never had a
one, so like Dig Dug.
Yeah, I've never had a Commodore 86. I think Dig Dug you would recognize. You would have seen it at some point in time. You probably just wouldn't remember the name of it. It's a very, very old game where you kind of had to dig around to get all the gems, and you could drop things on things that were kind of chasing you around. Really fun game. Very Pac-Man-esque in a lot of ways, but you kind of created your own paths.
It's looking like that. I don't remember it.
You don't remember it? Yeah.
No.
Well, Lode Runner was the other one.
Yeah.
Lode Runner was the other one. And then the next game that I really, really remember is a game called Defender of the Crown, which was set in medieval times. And it was England, and you just had to you had to raid and like take over lands, and like one of those conquer type things. You conquer lands and you sieged other people's towers, and it was very basic, but it always kept me because it was just interesting and it was hard. These awful fights where you just mash the buttons and your guy would do these two moves with a sword, and hopefully the game registered you hit them and they didn't hit you, and all that kind of stuff.
The RNG.
Yeah, the early RNG stuff, and that one I remember a lot. And then that's a game that really stood out for me. And then there was obviously lots of games between those times, but that sort of the next one that really I remember heavily is sort of Halo. Is the next one that I really went. That is just inbuilt in my memory. That a game I'll never forget. At that time, I was actually, wouldn't say bedridden, but I was extremely sick for a lot of months. And my brother and I went in for an Xbox, basically, so I had something to do when I was basically stuck at home, not being able to move for months on end. And so I played games and played Halo, and Rally Sport was the other one.
Oh man, I remember Rally Sport. That was fun.
Rally Sport.
I always sucked at driving games. Always have. Yeah. I mean, I suck at everything, but yeah, driving games in particular, I'm just like, I need guide rails, otherwise I just like ride
exactly. and then obviously with Halo, one of my mates got a Halo as well on an Xbox, and we decided to do that. Come over to my place, we'll connect them up, and we'll get a few TVs going. And then I swear within 2 months, every one of my mates had an Xbox and Halo. and they all came to my place because I was the only one with networking understanding to actually be able to connect them all up and connect them to TVs, and we just had great time on those connections.
Those days were fucking sick.
I love them.
I didn't get to do it as often as I would have liked to, but there was like I think we usually get 4 or 5 of us together, and link them all up with the X link and stuff, and just it's fucking hilarious, man. Just like chaos.
Oh, it was great.
Every
so Halo. Once in a while. So the 2 games that really defined the games I love was Halo was one of them, the first-person shooter. Oh, I remember Doom. Sorry, I remember Doom. How could you forget Doom? And Wolfenstein. Actually, interesting thing with Wolfenstein, I remember first seeing it in a computer shop window as I was walking past and went, holy shit, that game's going to absolutely change the industry. It was the first... Like, we'd seen first-person shooter games before, but it was like press an arrow and it load the next scene. Press left, load the next scene. This was the first time you were actually moving through in a first-person way. But the 2 games that really define my taste in games is Halo and actually World of Warcraft, which I love the MMO-style games. I love those fast raiding... Not fast, sorry, the long raiding, those massive challenges, and the loot that's associated with it. And then... As people who watch me now know me very well as the Destiny, I love Destiny, and that really put those kind of two types of games together.
Yeah, perfect. Love it. I never got into MMOs. It's one of those things I've skirted around a lot. I was looking. Did you get to try New World, the beta that was a while back?
No, I haven't tried it because I'm just so worried about. They've just had so many failures with that company that those game studios. I haven't tried it yet. MMOs, I love MMOs, but the one problem with MMOs is can't really get the most out of it unless you've got a large group of people to play with, especially something like WoW. That's mainly one of the main reasons why I don't play WoW anymore, because it was just hard organizing every week to try and get enough people together. It just became so hard. Where something like Destiny, when your raids are 6 people, it just makes life a lot easier.
Man, I still struggle with 6. I'm like, can I get some people?
I do too.
Please.
I do too.
I haven't played in a while. You're still regularly playing Destiny at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I still love the game. I still raid every week. Still haven't got my Eyes of Tomorrow, which annoys the hell out of me. But I love the raids. I do day 1 raids. I love doing day 1 raids. Didn't make Deepstone Crypt. We're on the last boss. We probably needed about 2 more hours to get that down pat, but unfortunately that would have made us 26 hours. I did VOG, and we cleared the normal. We did the challenge up to, we're on Gatekeeper, and a few people just went, they were just too tired, and I think that was about 17 hours in, so we just kind of called it there. We were happy in being able to just complete the normal run.
Yeah. How is it going back into VOD, man? I mean, VOG. Wow. Hello.
It was really good. It was really good that they kept it. The changes to it with mechanics wise were very minimal, and I think worked in a good way. They got rid of some of the cheese, but kind of created their own cheese. Things like oracles. Like, one of the things I hated about the original oracles encounter was it was 7 rounds, and it took forever, that encounter. They've actually sped that up a lot. It's 5 rounds this time, and I even think that there's less downtime between the rounds.
There was just kind of a lengthy process to start the oracles again.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Exactly. Confluxes before that, they've only added the bin chickens enemies in. You know, those big bin chicken looking Vex enemies. And then Templar itself, it hasn't really, the mechanics hadn't really changed that much, but it's just now even more prone to the dual shotgun, which just melts.
Yeah, man, shotguns are the best. I mean, throughout gaming history, it's always shotguns, man.
Not in Destiny though. They love the stomp mechanic in Destiny.
Yeah, but the shotguns are all snipers anyway. Like,
yeah, that's true. They do have reasonable range. As long as you can get off the ground, good.
Yeah, if you can get off the ground, it's a lot easier, which is one of the advantages of being a Titan or a Warlock, because you can just kind of float a little bit. Yeah, makes it super
Or
handy.
just find a nice ledge somewhere.
Yeah, just find a nice ledge, just poke him. Just Peregrine Greaves the fucker, knee straight to the fucking face. What have you been playing lately, man? Aside from Destiny, you been up to anything new?
I play Apex. I still love Apex, so I quite enjoy the battle royale type thing. So I play Warzone as well. Warzone I don't play as much because I just don't have the people to play with, and Warzone's really frustrating solo queuing. I find more than Apex is.
Yeah, I fell off for
I solo.
Sorry for
okay.
I fell off COD. I was playing that one for ages and then just kind of stopped. I just don't know.
I kind of go back to it a lot, but to me, it's just you need the team. Where I can solo queue in Apex, and of course you will get stuck with bad people, but I just find it's a little easier to have an impact. Unlike COD, if you have bad teammates, you just get swarmed by the other team so quickly. And solo games are just so slow. Everyone sits back or just jumps in one of the trucks where you can't kill them and pain in the ass. So other games like that, there's a game in early access right now called Going Medieval, I think it is. It's just this kind of base building type one. That's a lot of fun. Just a more relaxing game where you kind of have to farm, end off raids, build your castle however you want to build it, that kind of thing. That's a fun one.
So it's like a sim management kind of deal, management sim kind of deal?
Kind of thing. Yeah. You know, the more you do, you get more people, and you can organize them to do certain jobs, so they look after the tailoring or the gathering or the hunting and all those kind of things. And it's just a good game. Like, it's one of those games you play and you enjoy, and then you look at the time and holy crap, it's been 5 hours. I really should go to bed at some point.
Oh man, if I had that kind of time, that'd be dangerous.
The other game I play is New Genesis, PSO New Genesis, Fantasy Star Online New Genesis. That's really good. It's a really good, easy game to play solo, which I'm liking. It's that MMO style, but it's really easy to play solo, which is it's a good one to just jump in and play.
Right, yeah, I mean, it's good. I mean, we're seeing a lot more solo accessible activities now too. Like when you go back to like games like WoW and I mean not so much Destiny, but like the large MMOs and stuff like where most of it was like kind of playing the group, play online, whereas a lot of devs are now accommodating for single players because there seems to be a lot more of us kind of poking around. So I just want to like chill out and play the game. I don't necessarily want to spend 6 hours organizing 4 people and then have 3 of them drop out, you know. And then end up playing by myself anyway, which is nice.
I would love to go back and play WoW more, but I can only, like, to me, raids are the reason to play WoW, and LFGs just aren't interesting enough. They're just really toned down mechanics, and you don't even get the good loot anyway out of it. It's very toned down loot.
How do the LFGs work? Do they change the game entirely? Do they?
They changed, so what's happened, and I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. So what they do is it's basically it's a matchmaking thing where you go, I want to do the LFG of this part of the dungeon, and it finds whatever 20 people, I think 25, I think it is now. I can't remember exactly. Gets those 25 people together, makes sure there's at least 2 tanks, 5 healers, and the rest of DPS. Puts them in a group and sends them in. It's the same, essentially. It's the same raid as the harder versions, except the damage is greatly reduced. So if people stand in the fire, you could stand into a while before you die, which leads to a lot of bad people just standing in fires because I just want to be the top DPS. But if you try and do that in normal or mythic, as they call it, you get one-shotted by those kind of things unless you're in the top kind of value. So like. LFG just to me gets boring reasonably quick because the challenge isn't there.
Yeah, that's fair. I suppose that's a large part of it, just the challenge and the coordination. I mean, it's good though that they've got that there. Like, it's like a raid for dummies because it's obviously less people and a lot easier, which is good. I think.
I've got a good mate of mine. he just doesn't have the time to really do a proper race. He loves just jumping out into an LFG and enjoying that time.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect for that, which I think is cool. Destiny had something like that. They tried it. Didn't really work out, though.
It didn't really work out.
Yeah, I was really hoping that would take off, but it just... I think I remember trying it out. We had a bunch of people. We just need one more person. We were waiting for an hour and still got nobody. Yeah. When it was new, and was like, this is going well.
I think half the problem I found with it is originally there was a lot of people wanting to be that one extra. There was just not good enough reason for someone to actually bring that person in. Because half the problem is you bring someone in and they could be Italian and not speak a word of English, or they could be from any place in the world not being able, and you're going, oh well, damn. And then if you couldn't get rid of them because that would put a massive debuff on you, mean you couldn't do anything. They couldn't leave for the exact same reason, so everyone's just kind of went, oh, we're just kind of stuck now. So we either do this or we just don't do it, and we just don't raid tonight because we now can't, kind of thing. And then that led to massive queues for people trying to be that solo, and then they went, well, this isn't worth it. So no one started queuing, and the few teams that were doing went, well, we're not getting anyone, so it just died.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I really hope they revisit it at some point, especially now that everything's free to play. I mean, the raids aren't really. They just have to pay for them mostly. It'd be good to see them, revisit. I think
VOG's free to play.
Oh, is it really?
I'm pretty sure VOG's free to play.
Deep
Zone Crypt definitely isn't, but I'm pretty sure they said VOG's free to play. And I'm pretty sure I actually might have taken one of my mates through it while he was free to play. I can't remember. He's not free to play anymore, but I can't remember. I might have taken him through when he was free to play.
I'll have to check that out, because I've been looking at VOG, and I'm like, I really want to go back and do it. I mean, aside from the grind that I'd have to do to get myself up to level, which I mean, I guess I can do.
We were taking people through 30 below light.
Shit.
It's possible. Like, it's possible. You wouldn't even be the second person. I think I've done like 3 or 4 now. So if you do want to give it a go, as long as you get up to about 1280, that's the spot where we kind of got people through.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, because I mean, I'd love to go back and revisit VOG.
The Gorgon Maze is still. I love the Gorgon Maze.
So much fucking trolling in that place, man. Like, just get all the way through and just chuck a grenade as you exit the thing. Everyone gets fucking chucked back at the start.
Well, I know, and the problem is, like, I can't remember it being like this before, but now you can be all the way at the next boss room, and if someone gets caught in the Gorgon Maze, you all go back to the start of the Gorgon Maze, even if you're all the way through. Yeah, so you can't actually get through and then screw other people up.
Oh, that is perfect.
So yes, you can screw other people up by letting them go through, and then you screw up on purpose and bring them all back.
Yeah, just bring them back just to fuck with them. Yes. Oh, you're gonna regret taking me through VOG now.
Oh yeah, there's ways I'll get you back.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I was gonna ask you something about can you still kill the Gorgons? Is that still a thing you can do?
There's actually a challenge to do 2 at once.
Kill 2
so
at
you
once.
can do it.
Oh, sweet! That's awesome. I'm glad they embraced that, because I know that was a thing that we kind of found out in Destiny 1, where it's like, oh, you can kill these guys if everyone just like maxes out their DPS on it.
Yeah,
there's like Galahorns for fucking days, and Dark Drinker. Yeah,
that was. It's still got the same mechanic that if you kill one, the others become stronger. So they still do get stronger as you kill them. But I remember no one really spent the time killing them in the original instance of VOG. But when they brought it back as a part of Moments of Triumph, everyone was like fully geared up. They had Dark Drinker and Galahorns, and well, Galahorn wasn't that good in that time. But they had Dark Drinkers. Everyone would just rip them bits and just have more fun killing them before they moved on.
Yeah, this is better than sneaking through. I mean, sneaking through is quicker, but why do that when you can murder, right?
Yeah, when you can fire rockets at them. Warcliffe Cole, that's the weapon to use against them now. That does a lot of damage to them.
Which weapon?
Warcliffe.
Warcliffe, really?
Yeah,
It's
so
back.
there's apparently a weird mechanic with how the Gorgons are registered, that they're not registered as a boss. So a lot of the exotic rocket launchers have their damage toned down against bosses. Things like the Eyes of Tomorrow, Truth, all that kind of stuff has actually their damage toned down. But for some reason, the Gorgons are not bosses, and I think they're marked as mages or something in the code or something. And so the Warcliffe coil just does this massive amount of damage to them.
Oh shit! There you go. That is fucking handy.
Mm.
So how you feeling about Apex this season? I'm assuming you've been playing a fair bit.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through. But the problem I have with Apex is it always starts a week before Destiny's new season. So I get like a week of like pummeling it, and then Destiny's new season comes out, and then like obviously I get in Destiny, do all the new stuff that comes out, and then Warzone, a few weeks later does its new season. I'm only in Warzone a little bit, but so every time I kind of come back, I play a few games, and it's like I'm doing something else. So I definitely play in that first week. I play a lot of Apex, and then towards the end of the season, I play a lot of Apex. Going, holy crap! I want to finish my battle pass. I better quickly do this.
Oh, the battle pass panic! I missed out by like, I think it's like 20 levels last battle pass because I was kind of like half playing it. I got distracted by other shit and I was working a lot, and I was like, no, I'm finishing the battle pass this time. I'm already at like level 93. I think.
Yeah.
My wife's. I've recruited my wife to help me out. She does hers and then she does mine. So it looks like I'm constantly playing Apex, but realistically, I play like 3 games, like in a couple of days, and that's it.
So the funny thing that actually I've got an Apex story. So the funny thing about the season beforehand is, so I came on and did the week that I did, and then Destiny came out, and I went and played Destiny, and then I went back to go play Apex. And I loaded in through Steam, and I went, why has my character got that skin on? This looks very weird. And wait, where's all my Apex packs gone? Okay, this is weird. Anyway, I tried to queue up, and the ready button was going off and on, off and on, off and on. Going, this is weird. So I closed it out, loaded back in, pressed the ready button again, and I went, okay, cool. It finally worked. Played a game, jumped back out, queued up again, and then I get loaded into this ranked match in a party, and I'm going, what the hell is happening? There's something going on with this game. Played the ranked match. I think, can't remember if we won or not. Loaded back out, and then just sat there for a second and went, I think there's someone on my account. So I tried loading in on Origin, and someone was in my account. Because after I came out of that game, I kept leaving the party and being back in the party. I went, so this person was constantly rejoining the party. And I was on Steam getting out of the party. And so, I called up, I got a hold of, I actually called up and said, look, I think my account's been hacked. They got everything out, reset everything, put 2-factor on. And I went, I know what's going to happen in about 3 days. And in 3 days' time, your account has been banned for cheating. And I went, yep, because my KD is definitely not a 3.6. Definitely not a 3.6. I am lucky to be even on Apex. I'm solo queue. I'm not a 3.6 player. And so it took me. By the way, he did get me to Diamond before he got chucked out of the system, but that's a different story. It took me about a month of just with EA going, look, I understand there was thing, but here I show that it wasn't me on the account. This is where I went through to get the account back, blah blah blah. And I didn't hear anything from them for a month, and then suddenly I get this message from them going, no, we stand by original decision. There was cheating on the account. And I wrote back and went, I know, I said there was cheating on the account. As you can see, I said it just wasn't me logged in. And then 2 days later, something went, oh, I can't remember exactly what they said. It was just some canned response, but someone finally actually read the subject and went, oh, okay, this is what's happened, and unbanned me. So that took me like a month and a half to get my account unbanned.
What? They got you to diamond level, so
They got me to diamond level. I can't do that by myself, by the way.
I remember you telling me about this earlier. You got a whole heap of like skins and shit unlocked on there now, don't you? From that.
Yeah, well, I had 100 packs ready. Like, it was going to be one thing I did at the beginning of one of my streams, just open the 100 packs. And the first thing I noted when I came back to went, the bloody hacker opened my 100 packs that I had waiting there. And the other reason why I had 100 packs is one of the guys I play with, Pitch, he hates me having unopened packs. So that was half the reason why I also had unopened packs.
Oh, I love it. Beautiful. This that really subtle troll is, oh, look at these 100 packs. Wouldn't it be great if
I think I'm up to like 40 now, so I'm building him back up.
What you should do is just like make him watch you open them all, but just leave one.
Just leave one at the end. Yeah. Actually, I like it thinking. Oh God, I better not. Maybe I should not tell him to watch this podcast, because now he'll know what I'll do to him.
I mean, it doesn't matter if he sees it coming or not.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I have a lot of fun with him. I like to mess with him. So, did you play Destiny back in the season of The Chosen when the season before they brought out Trials?
Probably. Which time did they?
Yeah.
Which time they brought back Trials? Because it's been twice now.
The latest time. So before that, they had this thing in the tower, which was like a beacon of light in the tower that got brighter and brighter as we did things. And so what I did is I'd sit on this thing perfectly, and there was a certain emote, sitting down emote, that would just make the light shine directly on my crotch. I kept going, Pitch, turn around. He'd just turn around and goes, I fucking hate you. So every time I sit down and I go, Pitch, turn around, he just runs off in a random direction and goes, nope, not looking. And he'll go to the next zone if he can. He'll just get out of there as quickly as possible. But I still try and do it to him. Still try and catch him off guard.
I mean, how can you not? I mean, there's a perfectly good opportunity to troll someone in a video game. You gotta fucking do it. Because
absolutely,
like, if you don't do it, someone else is maybe gonna do it, and then it's not as funny if they're doing it. Right?
Well, exactly, and you just don't know if they're gonna do it. So if they don't do it, it's not funny at all, and we've got to have some laughs.
Exactly. And even if it is kind of at someone else's expense, I guess
it just makes it funnier in my eyes.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if you can make someone run away from you because actually this is sounding dangerous. I don't know where this road is going. It's like, if you can make them run away, it's a fucking good time. That's not what we're going with this.
There's a line there that we really shouldn't cross. We should be very careful on that line.
Yeah, let's just
wheel that back in.
Let's just reel that one back. That's let's get into some spots we might get cancelled real fast.
Yeah.
So I've got a game I've been playing lately, or the last couple of days. Have you heard of Nakara Blade Point?
I've heard of it. I haven't played it though.
I've been playing the beta a little bit the last couple of days. They had like a 3-day beta or something, so I played for a night and a bit. It's a BR, but it's like it's Eastern themed. So you're using like katanas and great swords and crossbows and shit, and you run around like third person, and you've got like a little grapple hook to help like get you around.
Yep.
And it's really fucking fun. Like you just get in there and like you wail on people with fucking swords, and you can like block and shit and play technically, or you can just like smack people repetitively and get them in the stun lock, which is fucking funny as shit because they just like fly up in the air and then just kind of stay there if you keep hitting them.
Technically it's not my thing. I'll just be whacking on them. I'll just be wailing on them.
Just wail. There's they've got like abilities. They've got like was it 4? I think it's like 4 or 5 like classes. So similar to like Apex, and they have like different abilities and stuff. The guy that I was playing, you turn to this giant fucking titan, and you literally grab people off the ground and then slam their faces into the ground. Shit, because he's like, it takes a second for you to like go big and Hulk out and shit, and he's like you have this ridiculous amount of reach because you've got like 8 arms, and he's like reach out and grab this dude, and you just like carry them around. They can struggle to get out, but you can just carry them around, and just about they're about to get out, you just slam them into the ground a few times and throw them away. But But
I think I need to test this game out. This sounds fun.
Yeah, it's it was really fun. I think there's a beta ending. It ends tonight. I think it's like 3 a.m. It finishes tonight. They extended it for 24 hours to add some new shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, really.
I'll have to
really
get the next one.
yeah. I think it releases in August. I think August. August. Yeah, it releases in August. So it's not too bad. But it looks like a lot of fun. I've actually been watching that first I can't remember the name of it now. That first person Temple Run game they announced at E3.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
It's like something Abyss. It's like 10 minutes ago. Well, not 10 minutes ago, like half an hour ago before we started. Come on, it looks cool though.
And talking to me just made you lose memory, mate, which
like,
actually that happens a lot.
I'm tongue tied constantly. It's the hot tub, man. It's doing it to me. I can't.
Yes, and the smoke.
Yeah, the hot tub and the smoke. Yeah, as we started, I already had to remove the jumper because I was getting a bit hot under the columns. Like,
yeah,
I don't know how I'm going to get through a whole podcast just sweating it out. It's the fur. It's doing me inside. It's oh boy.
Is it because of my sexy eyebrows? See.
It is a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Those eyebrows are kind of hot.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit into it.
Yeah, I know.
I can
I won't do it again.
I can see.
I want you to be able to sleep tonight. I won't do it again.
Puppies finds out he's a furry fan.
Actually, that's an interesting thing. The amount of people who actually come onto my stream and go, "Are you a furry?" No, this is just an animated GIF.
I was gonna say I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. You get that a lot. Is that something that's like a constant, like every stream, or?
No, not every stream. Like, I mean, I don't have that many people watching me. I like it to happen every stream. That means I was doing something right. But it's more of the fact, like, there's every once in a while when I'm playing something, someone drop and go, and I think they just stop for a second and go, "Are you a furry?" They just see it in the thumbnail and go, "I just need to ask this question." Look, at least it gets people into the stream for a little bit, and they might find me interesting. They generally don't, but they might find me interesting.
I mean, I find you interesting, if that helps.
Yeah, but I still think because of the fur, which I'm not sure is going to get me any further.
Yeah, any further. Hey.
Hey, see what I did there? You like it?
Fucking puns. Love them. Oh, man. It's really just because you started doing this just around when the VTuber thing started as well. When they have like the 3D animated stuff, right?
Yeah, so that's actually an interesting thing. Is the only qualification I have in my life is 3D animation. I would love to do a 3D version of this, but I don't have the time to actually do it. I mean, I'd never be able to get anywhere near the sort of case of like Code Miko. She's just brilliant with what she's able to do. I'd never be able to get that far. And I just don't have the time, frankly, to actually do it and build it because it's actually a lot more work than the 2D face rig kind of setup.
Yeah. Oh wow. I'm just like I had no idea who you're talking about, Kobe. I just looked it up. Oh, holy shit. That is
yeah. Oh, you've never seen? She's brilliant. She's hilarious.
I've never seen it. Yeah, that's fucking realistic, dude. That is
hilarious.
Insane.
Yeah, she's hilarious, and she has full interactions where like people can put bits and they will change her hair color. They will make her fart into the atmosphere and things like that. It's hilarious.
That's
she's
awesome.
brilliant. And she's got a whole. She's an animator, 3D animator herself, and now she's got people working with her to help it and to improve it more. Like I'd love to be able to do that. I just don't have the time or the money, frankly, to do it.
What goes into something like that? Like I have, like, I mean, I'm assuming there's a lot of code.
Into the Code Miko?
Yeah. Like the
Code
kind of 3D rendering, like live animation stuff, like the face rig itself. Like I've never really looked into it. So tell me more about it.
What you need to do is you need to model your character in a 3D software like Blender. The one I used was 3D Studio Max. Then you need to what's called rig it, which is basically put a bunch of triangles that look like that are called bones, even though they're just triangles. And then you can rig it and then skin it, which is you link the pixels, which is vertices and polygons, to the bones. So when you move the arm, that part of the arm moves with it. And then what she actually does is she actually imports it into Unreal Engine. and has all the cameras linked up to do the real-time part of it to that, so it actually tracks her movements and all that kind of stuff. She's actually got a full body outfit, so it tracks her whole body, all her movements, and she's got things on her hands and then cameras on her face to track the facial movements.
That is a lot, man. That is really fucking cool.
Oh, it's a lot.
It's really cool. I'd seen stuff about VTubers, and I don't know. That's kind of neat. I assumed it was like similar to your face rig kind of stuff. I didn't realize it was like full body 3D suit kind of shit going on. That is wild, man.
So my one is kind of the most is the standard one. Like you'll see this kind of one across most of them. Things like Code Miko and Project Melody, I think her name is. They Project Melody is kind of the next step up, which is 3D and a lot of tracking associated to it. And then Code Miko is another level on top of that because there's a lot more interaction and the ability to change even what that character looks like on the fly just by chat interactions.
Man, that is fucking cool. I'm gonna have to like go look more into this now. Not because I want to do it myself, just because it's interesting.
And she's hilarious as well, which just makes the character so fun.
Oh, that's good. Humor is always helpful. But yeah, no, like the whole work behind it, like it's like full like 3D animation, fucking capture like mocap almost, like in your lounge room.
Yep.
Which man, that would be a mess to set up. Can you imagine?
Oh, it would be a lot of work to set that up. Like the amount of
you'd have to have
of cameras to do things.
Yeah, you'd have to have like 10, 15 cameras a minimum just to like capture basic movement, because you've got to get like the full 3D space around you, right?
Well, so what she has is an actual like skin tight bodysuit that does all the body movement all the way up from kind of the neck down to the toes, basically. So it gets the arm, gets the leg. So there's an actual designed bodysuit that actually does that. It's the only camera she uses is for the facial animation mainly.
Right, I thought you meant like with the cameras. I thought like you meant like the bodysuit is picked up.
Oh no, it's not like the mocap stuff. Yeah, it's not like the mocap stuff you see in TVs where they've got ping pong balls on them. No, it's not like that. It's actual. It does all the registering by. It has wires all down it, so it registers when things bend and all that kind of stuff.
And that would be fucking hot. Thinking about that now.
Oh yeah,
like. You want some serious aircon cranking, because I mean, fucking.
Oh yeah.
Like that would get sweaty as shit. I couldn't even imagine doing that in like Queensland or something. He's like fucking just dying of heat exhaustion.
No. That would suck. That would be very hot in Queensland, especially in summer. Especially in Sydney in summer as well, when it gets like 46 degrees. Ugh.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because all those wires, I'm assuming, would be like generating heat as well.
They must be doing something, yeah.
Yeah, unless there's some kind of insulation that protects it from it. I mean, it'd be a custom made kind of suit for her specific needs. So I'm assuming they'd have some kind of way of regulating her body temperature, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to be in there for like too long. Otherwise you'd fucking overheat and just would not be good at all.
It's very interesting. I find her stuff really interesting to watch because I understand a lot of the background behind it, what it takes to build it because of my backing. So I just find it really interesting to watch and figuring out what she's done.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna have to watch some at the moment, right? As we're chatting, I'm kind of like googling images and stuff, which isn't like giving me a whole lot. Like I'm seeing like the base of it, but I don't want to start up a video because that'll just start blaring through the fucking.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Well, after the podcast, just watch one of her YouTube videos because they're really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. That's So I'm mesmerized now. I'm just looking at all this shit. I'm like, wow, there's a whole new world out there for me, ladies and gentlemen. The world of VTubing. I can't even get my camera to fucking focus on me tonight. Hi. There we go. Wake up.
It's working now. It's working
now. It's fighting me tonight. It's about the third or fourth time. Scott, you know what? We don't need to see Puppies. Fuck you. Don't need to see him.
No, not when the combat wombat's in a hot tub.
No, exactly. Like we've got. Wait, that way. Animal in a hot tub, and there's just this. I mean, we may as well we'll just close this down. There we go. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome, people.
You're welcome, people.
Yeah,
Audio listeners, especially.
The audio listeners might go to see what the hell we're talking about.
Nah. Maybe they should. You should, guys. Though seriously, because I love Mai Keth's setup. I think it's great. I think because I remember when you first started, you had like just kind of the base, slightly animated thing going on.
Yeah.
And then you added the facial expressions and the mouth moving when you talk and stuff like that. And
my next plan is, and I've got some of it done, is I want to have some movement in the hand. So I've already had an up yours sign created, like sort of a peace sign. So there's a few of those that I want to get in as well. So when people ask if I'm a furry, I can just do the up yours. Maybe, I don't know. That may be a way to answer a question. I don't know. You should
just like pull a sign off the side of the screen. Just like pull it. I was like, fuck you.
I do actually. One of the things I have, which is not, I had it when I was affiliate on Twitch. I actually took that away. But one of the things I have that you can still do on my stream using my channel points through Stream Elements is you can actually poke me. And I just have this hand that comes out and just keeps poking me on the side of the face. And I usually yell abuse or something when that happens.
I love it. You should have. I mean, I don't know how hard this is. Like I said, I have no idea how this works, but you should have like a rainbow button, and one that like just starts cycling you through like RGB colors. I think that'd be brilliant.
It'd be good for drunk nights as well, I guess. When I'm drinking.
Yeah. I guess that'd be brilliant. Oh man, fucking the possibilities are endless. Like the amount of shit you can do, especially like because you've just got like like you can just have a regular background and just like animate the shit out of that as well and have you interact with that. I think it's really cool, man. I really fucking like
one of the things I've always wanted to do, and I haven't quite figured out how to do it yet, but what I always wanted to do was have a background, a more cartoon background than the billabong I'm at right now. But when someone follows, have a random animal type animated walk in, kind of grab a beer and then go sit by the billabong. And like kind of add to it each time someone follows it.
Similar to the like what people have with like the Pokemon on the bottom of the screens, like little spirits like running around. It shouldn't be.
It's possible, but I want to do it more just in the background, so they then just sit by the billabong, and maybe there's like a little version of the stream going on in the background, so it kind of looks like them watching the stream in the background and things like that. So it's just time and figuring out how to do it. There's so many things I want to do with it, just because I have a very weird idea and I like to mess with people. So the up yours is obvious. The other one I wanted to do was the old how do I explain it without being able to move my hands on screen? The circle and the finger going into the circle, like they're gonna get at it, and then that one. I want to do that one as well.
Let me be your hands.
When you just exactly, be my hands, puppy, be my hands.
Oh shit. I know what you should do. You were talking about having like the stream background, people watching the stream in the background. Don't have that. Yep. Just have the Pornhub logo animation on loop, just like tiny in the background, and just everyone that comes through just sits down as watching Pornhub in the background. I think that's where you should go with it.
Maybe I should also have them every once in a while get into a drunken fight in the background and have the old Looney Tunes smoke and like legs sticking out every once in a while and all that kind of stuff.
You know what you could do? So you know how you have like the stream chat games, right?
Yep.
And you can have like duels.
Oh yeah, have them come in the background actually,
and then it happens in the background.
Someone stands up to duel. The first person to accept, has these two animals come in from the back and go at them. Go look at them back there, and maybe have my character turn around to watch them fight or something like that.
No. You bring in a boxing ring scene.
Oh yes.
And they come in, and it's like, I mean, it'd be tricky because having each individual animal for each individual person, which would be a pain. I don't know how you'd work that.
Oh, I'd probably end up having like 3 or 4 and have them randomly generate kind of things.
Yeah,
so you might have two birds. So one of the other things I do is I make a bunch of little videos called A Bunch of Galahs. And that's basically a bunch of little YouTube videos of just me and the guys doing stupid stuff in games and basically paying the crap out of each other. So that's another theme of the things I do is like a galah. So for those who aren't in Australia, a galah is like a parrot is probably the best way to describe it. A pink and grey, white parrot. And an Australian term, a bunch of galahs is like a bunch of idiots sitting up the back just yapping the whole time is probably a good way to describe it. And so I like when the bit of free time I get when I'm not gaming and not working, I like to make these videos and have a bit of laugh. Remember the funny times we have.
Yeah, it's I've caught a couple of those. They're pretty fucking funny. You guys have been idiots, and I love it. I'm there for that kind of fucking content. People out here.
Well, you can't go for my good PvP skills, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, well look, you were kicking my ass in squadrons there for a while, man. So.
Yes, but squadrons. We never got up to high rank because the rank system was so broken.
I know. I am so sad that game went the way it went because I was having so much fun with it. But then it just got impossible really to find matches, and it was really fun. And I want more of that. Fuck, because I mean, sure, it was like I know there's a lot of people out there that didn't like it. It was one of those games that people loved or they hated. And a lot of that depended on if you had a VR kit or not, I guess.
I didn't. I still loved it.
Yeah, same. I really want to go back and experience it. Like, even just play through the story in VR, I think would be fucking mint.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. One of the things I remember when I first saw VR, and I always remembered saying back then, originally said, the time that VR will finally make a difference is, and I literally said an X-Wing game where you can sit in the cockpit and look around. Because a lot of them back then was you had to press a button and it was trying to make you simulate walking. I went, you're trying too much. All you need is like a race car or a starfighter, and that's all you need.
In a vehicle, go. Submarine games, man. I would love to see a fucking... I mean, I know there's a couple like underwater exploration games, but I'd love to see something like Subnautica done with VR.
Yeah.
That would be like, maybe not like going around swimming. That could fuck people up a bit. Maybe you explore. And,
especially when the Leviathans come at you.
Yeah. That'd be Jesus. But I think something like that would be really, really cool. Because I mean, Half-Life Alyx has shown what VR is really capable of. Like,
but even and I haven't played Alyx, and what I see is great. But even then, because you're moving, I think it kind of breaks some of the fantasy around it because it's trying to stimulate you moving, where I think something like the X-Wing games, you are sitting down or whatever. I think it really fits that well. Until we have those omnidirectional running things, I think the moving games aren't going to be as immersive.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I mean, we can probably we only just need to get them down to like a few $100, like omnidirectional pads, and we're fine, right?
Yeah.
What you could surely you could jury rig like a Dance Dance Revolution gamepad, right? Like, the ones you buy for your house, like the little flowers, you roll it out.
If Glad can use it to beat raids in Destiny, I'm sure we can get one working with a VR set.
Yeah, exactly right. That'd be the way to go. I mean, you wouldn't be able to walk though. You just like kind of lean forward.
No, but even like moving your legs up and down makes a difference.
Yeah, that's it. You have like a pad in the middle where you like, if you stamp, kind of move forward or something. You have to like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There has to be a way. Pressure sensors. I mean, there's so much stuff out there. Like, it's doable. This is how cost effective and how unjanky it needs to be sellable. Is the biggest problem. Oh man.
You don't want to breaking like the first 3 tries.
I mean, yeah. That reminds me, my kids had those like those rockets, right? Where you put them on like they have like the pressure pad that you jump on, it pushes air up the tube and fires the rocket off.
Yep.
My kids got one of those as a birthday present. something, or was it just because present from their auntie, and they broke it within 5 minutes because they realized the harder they press on it, the faster the rocket goes, right?
Yeah.
The higher up it goes, right? So they would jump, they were getting on the trampoline, jumping off the trampoline onto the pad, and they're just yeeting this fucking foam rocket into the fucking atmosphere, which was hilarious because they kept missing.
Yeah.
But when they were landing, they actually shattered the plastic underneath it because they were hitting the rubber so hard it was pushing through and just smashed it. I was like, it lasted like 10 minutes and it was gone. It's like, oh, shit.
But that was a good 10 minutes, though.
Oh, it was a brilliant 10 minutes. They loved it. They were like real upset. So I kind of fixed it. I did the classic gaffer tape and the duct tape and super glue dad job. And it kind of works now. But I'm like, you can't jump on it like that again because that's no.
I mean, when does gaffer tape not solve the problem, though?
Exactly right. It stops people talking. It holds things together. I mean, what else?
Once again, I think we should roll this back. Roll this back.
Why that one back?
Roll this back. Yeah.
Let's run away from that and switch subjects entirely, and talk about some deals and freebies that are coming out this week. So if you have experiences with any of these games, as I always tell my guests, which I forgot to tell you before the cast because I'm terrible at this. You wouldn't think I've done like 100 plus episodes of this shit.
I definitely don't think that.
No, definitely not. Yeah, just fucking let me know. Shoot the shit with it and see what you know. One of them, though, I think you will know. First one off the rank, PlayStation Plus. So your freebie on PlayStation. This is the last week you'll be able to get them. They'll be changing next week. Star Wars Squadrons and Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown.
I do know Squadrons. Squadrons is awesome. Love it. I don't know how many people left playing with it, but loved it. I mean, we had so much fun on that game.
Yeah.
We had a good little setup. I think you were often in the bomber, and I was just trying to shoot everything down and try and keep you alive. Yeah. Great game. I haven't played Virtual Fighter though.
No, Virtual Fighter. I haven't heard anyone that's played it yet. I've played it. Reach out to us, let us know. I know nothing about it. I could also just download it on my play. That reminds me, I need to go download Squadrons on PlayStation because I haven't done that yet. My kids will love it. I've got it on the PC, but I haven't got it on Thingo. I'm gonna have to go do that. I think it's in my oldest room. I'm gonna wake him up and download Squadrons. It'll be fine. I'm sure he won't mind.
Tell him it's just a different kind of rocket, but you can't step on this one either.
Yeah, exactly. Our freebie for PlayStation 5 this month is Operation Tango. It's a co-op spy adventure that requires you to communicate via microphone to get missions done. One of you is a spy, one of you is the eyes in the sky, and I'm sure that sounds like a blast with a good friend.
That's like the way you can mess with friends as well.
Yeah, there's this is reminds me of like A Way Out, that game. You totally fuck with people just for the hell of it. It's brilliant. Love that game. PlayStation deals this month. We have God of War for $18.71. So just that game is fucking fantastic. There's a second one coming out soonish. Great price to grab that and fucking go play God of War. Amazing game. Over on the Xbox camp this week, we have our Game Pass pick of the week, which is Dishonored: Death of an Outsider. Something I've been meaning to play. Have you played the Dishonored series at all, Mai Keth?
I haven't, but it's definitely the type of game we go, ooh, I have Game Pass, I might just grab that one.
Yeah, I think the whole series is on there now. I think they've got 1, 2, and Death of an Outsider. It's like a newer one they've just added. I can't remember if I've played. I think I've played 2. But it was so long ago, I can't actually remember playing it. You ever get like that? You're just like, fuck, did I play that game? I need to go back and look through my achievements.
I was watching someone play Fear the other day and I went, I swear I played this game, but I can't remember which Fear I played, 1, 2, or 3. Like, yeah, I think I played 1. I don't know. It might have been.
Yeah, I seem to remember my wife buying me Fear at some point. It was like she just found it in a sales rack or something. Again, don't know if I played it. I remember it. I remember the case and go, oh, that sounds interesting. But I don't remember if I actually played it. Man, I'm getting too old for this shit. Games with gold this month. We have Injustice: Gods Among Us and Shadows Awakening, which is an asymmetric single-player RPG with real-time tactical combat. I'm getting real good at saying that line. It's great. It's kind of
I was
catchy.
about to say, you've been practicing that one, haven't you?
I've said it 3 times this month, so...
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
It's all the practice I get. But I don't know, the way they worded this thing was like, it was really bouncy and fun to say. So now I just say it every time. It's great. So if anyone wants to make another asymmetric single player RPG with real-time tactical combat, get it on Games with Gold so I can read it out again because it's fun. It's like my new favorite phrase, I think.
So he definitely sounds like he enjoys it a little too much.
Just a little, you know. Deals with gold this week, we have Hyperjam for $11.22, which is a neon-soaked arena brawler full of lethal weapons, stackable perks, furious combat, and a killer synthwave soundtrack. And who doesn't like a fucking good synthwave soundtrack? Let's be honest. Like, yep. I've been delving into synthwave a lot more recently over the last couple of months, and I'm just so fucking good.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah, a good synthwave definitely gets you going.
Yeah, for sure. On Switch this week, we have Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle for $10, down from 60. This is a rare shot at an actual deal from Nintendo on one of their first party. Is it a first party? No, it's not first party. It's a third party game. Still, it's not often.
It's got Mario. It's got to be first party.
No, this is the one that they did with Ubisoft. I'm pretty sure it's on other platforms as well, but it is very rare that you see Nintendo drop play games down to this price, because Nintendo are cheap fucks. Everyone loves them. It's like, fuck Nintendo, man. They're the worst. They gained everyone's trust, and now everyone loves them too much to see. Like, they're too blind to it.
I've got a very similar view of it as well. Like, a lot of things they do, you go, yeah, you're getting away with it just because you're Nintendo.
Exactly. If they didn't have Mario, they'd be fucked, you know?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Our final freebie this week is over on the Epic Store, as it always is, because we always leave Epic till last, because I don't know, because that's just the way it got added onto the run sheet, I guess. And the game this week is Hell is Other Demons, which is an action platform shooter with roguelike elements. Explore a sprawling, handcrafted world of demons, insanely over the top boss fights, and heavy synthwave soundtrack. Another synthwave soundtrack. Fuck yes.
The thing I noticed from that is you definitely haven't practiced that line as much.
No, I haven't practiced one much. This is a one-off. I'm kind of reading it with one eye, looking at it. The reason, I mean, not the reason I chose this, it was just the freebie on the Epic Store, but the reason I really love this game is the developer is called Cuddle Monster Games. It's
That's a reason to play it in my books. That is a reason to play in my books.
Yes, exactly. It's like, I was like, oh, that looks interesting. Cuddle Monster Games. Yep, I'm just buying that now. I'm just installing that now. Thank you very much. The other freebie that is there, there's 2 this week, is Overcooked 2, which is a good time. Multiplayer.
I've never played that, but it definitely looks like a fun party game. I mean, I guess you got to have friends to have people to play that game with. Awkward.
Yeah. So. I had someone like message me today. Is like, you need to go get Overcooked 2. I'm like, fine. I don't know when I'll be able to play it though. I'm just like, well, I'll download it so I have it, but I don't know when that's gonna happen because fuck, too much shit going on. Got a podcast to run, damn it.
People pulling out left, right, and center.
What she said?
Roll it back. Roll it back.
Run away. Oh shit! That's all I've got this week, guys. Mai Keth, my dude, thank you so much for rescuing me. And
you're welcome. You're welcome.
I mean, I think the listeners at home should thank you the most, because it could have ended up another me talking for 45 minutes by myself, and no one wants that. We did that once.
Look, I did it for them. I
time.
definitely didn't do it for you. So, you know.
Exactly. No, you wouldn't want to do it for me. That's a terrible idea. Who would do that? Ew. It's gross. Don't do anything for me. But what you can do for Mai Keth is go follow him on all his stuff. Mai Keth, where can we find you?
So you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Glimesh, because I'm not affiliated with any of them, and Twitter. So Twitch is MAI_KETH. YouTube, just search for Mai Keth. I think it's 2 words, MAI space KETH. Glimesh, all one word, MAIKETH, and Twitter's MAI_KETH. So all very similar in the same regard, but you know, some like spaces, some don't. It's a little all over the place. At some point, I'll make them all the same.
Who needs consistency anyway, right? But,
yeah, like guys... if someone spells it wrong, hopefully they'll find me on one of the platforms at least.
Maybe they'll spell it Kai Meth, and they'll just enter a whole new rabbit hole of YouTube.
Oh, I get Mai Keth a lot. Everyone sees KETH and thinks it's Keith. I get Keith a lot. Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah, a lot.
I wouldn't have picked that.
And then like that, I'll play with them for like a month or two, and then they go, "You don't say Keith, do you?" And no, it's Keith. They go, "Oh," so I just let them wallow in that for a little bit.
It's like, you mean say my name over months? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Exactly.
Fucking love it. Ladies and gentlemen, of course all the links will be in descriptions and stuff like that, where you can find this wonderful wombat. We didn't even talk
not always in the hot tub.
Not always in a hot tub, but you know, we special occasion today, so we get a wombat in a hot tub.
It's the first time it's actually ever been shown on stream, so it is a special occasion.
Really? I'm honoured.
Yeah.
You got you see it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
After you took your jumper off, I had to give you something in return.
Yeah, but you just wanted me to take my shirt off. You just wanted me to get hot under the collar and get the shirt off. Like, I can't do that.
True.
YouTube will get mad at me. I'm like, no, not doing that. I'm sure the Twitter clip would be great though. Speaking of, if you want to get in contact with the podcast, I mean, my segues are fucking on fire tonight. You're welcome. You can find the podcast over on Twitter at left_pod. You can find us on Instagram at 2 Left Thumbs Podcast, and you can find us over on YouTube with that fancy new fucking link, 2leftthumbs.online. You can also just go to YouTube and search 2 Left Thumbs, but that makes it impossible because there's another channel out there with 2 Left Thumbs, and they're much more popular than us. So 2leftthumbs.online if you want to find all the video content or the video versions of this, which are generally, I'm going to try and start releasing at the same time as the audio and see how that goes for me. We'll do that this week, and I'll see how I feel about it, how much work it makes me do. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Work's overrated.
Exactly. Thanks so much for listening. Mai Keth, my dude, thank you so much for coming along and shooting the shit with me. I greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, buddy.
Oh, anytime, man. Anytime at all. I guess we'll talk to you next week. Bye.